Like sometimes you go into these homes where they've done the bathrooms that are like public, but then you go into the master and it's like original, right?
The next important thing is the presentation. So it's the staging, it's the way you arrange the furniture, it's highlighting the most important features of the home so that
All right, Kristin, you're the queen of listings, okay? You go on a lot of consultations, you even customize a plan up to 12 months in advance,
Yes.
all around this topic, which is basically how do you position your house in the best possible way to maximize price. Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay, so what are some of the tips that you would suggest to the world out there on how to do that? What are we looking at?
Sure. I mean, each house and each situation is a little bit different, but you always want to start with some maybe strategic maintenance or repairs or renovations if it's in your budget, right? And you want to focus on the most powerful areas, the kitchen and the bath with your highest return on investment, right? So that would be really the strategic starting point to walk through the home and identify what can be spruced up and what can be renovated to maximize your sales price.
You know, it's interesting when I've sat with sellers, like sometimes you go into these homes, and I'm not sure your experience, but this has been mine, where they've done the bathrooms that are like public, but then you go into the master and it's like original, right? And so I find that interesting just from a psychology perspective. People kind of do their thing last, which is interesting. And then, we didn't touch on this. Well, we did and didn't, but what's your thoughts on when do you do paint and when do you do carpet or flooring? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, paint and carpet and flooring, they're probably the most cost-effective things you can do to give your home, the curb appeal on the inside that it needs to attract the deepest and widest pool of buyers. Right?
I think of it this way, like clean and tidy, right? New flooring. You don't have to replace tile. Sometimes you might if it's broken. But like new carpet and new paint, even if the house is a little bit dated, feels good, right? Would you agree with that?
100%.
Yeah.
Clean and tidy sometimes can trump dated in the 100%. Right scenario.
Yeah, and sometimes also the sometimes beiges are kind of out right now, right? So just bringing it back to whites bringing it back, and you'll make the areas feel bigger too.
For sure.
Right. What other things are you suggesting to your sellers?
Yeah, once you get through that stage, right, the next important thing is the presentation. So it's the staging, it's the way you arrange the furniture, it's highlighting the most important features of the home so that when a prospective buyer walks through, they can envision themselves living there.
Yeah, and a lot of times staging it doesn't even necessarily need to be professional staging, although there are times where that makes a lot of sense. It's usually like decluttering,
yes.
right? Like less stuff, right? And we get it. People have lived there for 10, 20, 30 years, right? But less stuff goes a long way also because it makes the space feel bigger.
100%.
Would you agree with that?
Yes. And we've got a lot of strategies that will help our sellers prepare for listing, checklists, all the things that you need, and we're excited to help you sell your home.
Yeah, give us a call today. Appreciate it. Thank you.